Yo, what's the deal? It's your player partner Bobby A. Jones coming at you once again, man. Today's content is going to be focused on the conversation that you know, West Coast Cam, shout out and salute the cuz, and Bo Rock from the Dub Shack had a few days ago. If you don't know who Bo Rock from the Dub Shack is, Bo Rock is the guy who sings, I believe Bo Rock is the one who sings the lead on its song Summertime in the LBC. He and Cam just recently had an exchange of words, not a negative, not a negative. I just want to put that out there. Not a negative exchange of words, but they just had a dialogue about I say partially pertaining to the rapper Snoop Doggy Dogg and him opening up a new strip club and this that and third, man. I kind of feel like the conversation that they were having, that Bo Rock was very eloquent. His oratorical skills is nearly impeccable, man. And I was quite impressed by the dialogue and the exchange that both of these amazing brothers and very intelligent brothers were having, man. It was just, man, I was super impressed by the dialogue of Mr. Bo Rock. And it's not that I doubted him or underestimated him or anything of that nature. I'm just not very accustomed to him speaking so eloquently, intelligently, and the way that he was formulating his and structuring his sentences and in his words and whatnot. It was quite impressive. You feel what I'm saying? But what I want to do, man, if you got time, I want y'all to come and rock with me, man. And let's get into some of this content, man. I want y'all to see the back and forth. Cam is in a position. Shout out to Cam, man. Cam, if there's anything that I said in my video that was offensive to you, brother, I sincerely apologize. I didn't create that content to offend you. You feel what I'm saying? That content was created to positively critique you and let you know that, shit, I stand behind you, homie. Watts is behind you, folks. I don't never feel like it should ever be a situation to where you get into it with these industry cats, homie, and the city don't stand up behind you and back you. I don't remember the full dynamics and the elements of that beef that you had with Ice Cube, homie. But even in that situation, homie, the city got to stand up and we got to ride with you and support you, homie. Outside of J-Rock, homie, and in regards to this music shit, man, you the biggest thing come out of Watts. So how could we not support you? How could we not back you? How could we not give a hand? And how could we not assist and advocate on your behalf, folks? But let's get into the content, man. Cam has recently called out a few rappers in the entertainment industry, man. And I did a video about it. And in the video, I said that, big bro, folks, when you structure it or you present it as this and make it look like you're being bitter or you're being hateful, but not hateful in the sense to its malicious intent, but hateful in the sense to where you may feel a certain type of way about a person's success or a person's elevation, so on and so forth. But everything that you said was spot on, homie. But, Cam, I just want to remind you, man, that not all skin folks is kin folks. So we can't have certain expectations for some of these dudes, man, because they have adopted and they have adapted to the oppressors' philosophies and views of us. You feel what I'm saying? If you really look at it like this, homie, the Europeans, they have exploited us. They have benefited off our demise for over 300 years. You dig what I'm saying? Once they make billions, X amount of billions out of it, and it becomes owed to them, that's when they want to bring us in, act like they're cool with us and teach us the game that they use against us for hundreds of years. You feel what I'm saying? Even us get into the clothing industry, once they got tired of it, man, they brought in individuals and taught them how to set up these clothing businesses and how to start their own clothing lines, and brought brothers in and used brothers to revive their failing businesses. You get what I'm saying? And just like alcohol, man, a lot of our brothers want to get into the alcohol industry now. You feel what I'm saying? The white individuals, the establishment, the elite, they don't care about giving you the knowledge on how to start a successful alcohol business because number one, is rooted in our demise, and number two, They didn't already made billions upon billions of dollars off of it. So it's nothing for me to give it to you now because we're on to greener pastures. They're investing in technology. They're investing in data. They're investing in space exploration. They're on to something bigger and better. And we're still trying to collect, money off of, feeding our peoples this poison and whatnot. But to each his own, man. And I'm not trying to be too political and right on, brother, and yeah, power to the black man, and all that type of shit. But I'm just calling a ball, a strike, a strike. But just getting back to Brother Cam, you expressed some very, very valid points of views, man. And I want to get into that, but I feel like, Auntie, peace and blessings to you, Queen, love you. I feel like the dialogue that you was having with Bo Rock, even though Bo Rock was very eloquent and very articulate, you can tell that he's biased because Snoop Dogg is his homie. And one thing that I notice about our people, right? Being that we don't have a lot of outlets, being that we don't have a lot of resources in our networks aren't as big as others. You feel what I'm saying? Like the Latino, the Mexicano community, the Asian community, the East Indian community, the Caucasian community, the Jewish community. It's easy for us to sell our voices to the highest bidder. So you may know that your homie is out of pocket. You may know your homie is cold and a corrupt individual, but you won't call your homie out on a SHIT because when you 20,000 down, you probably can call him and he give you that 20,000. But if you call him out on his BS and you hold him accountable, then that's a resource that you no longer have. But us as a people, we have never been rooted. We have never been the type of people that sold our voices to who can fatten our pocket. That's not being a man. If I can't come on here and I can't express myself and speak freely, then I'm not a man if I'm selling my voice to the next person. And that's why we're in a state that we're in now. That's why our community outside of the hip hop community, right? Outside of the hip hop culture, because I don't feel like we should define us, or we shouldn't define ourselves through saying the hip hop culture. Because our culture is bigger than hip hop. We have a rich culture that goes beyond hip hop. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to stop allowing Europeans and those who are not a part of our race to define who we are, what we're going to be, and how we define ourselves. Hip hop is a music. How us as a people, how us as the first people, how us as the original people is defining ourselves through a culture that's based on music. No, we can't continue to do that. But this is what they call us. They call us the hip hop culture, and we run with it. We have been oppressed for so long that we take on the indoctrination, the ideology, and the philosophies of our oppressor. Enough is enough. So when Cam get out here and he start calling these dudes out, it's rightfully so. But Cam, you also got to understand, Kim folks, as I have said before, not all skin folks is kin folks. Some of them are so far. Some of them are so far gone and so contaminated to where it's nothing to salvage, Ken folks. So if individuals is going to be on this frequency and they're going to rock with us, then you have to get from amongst them and come amongst those who are vibrating on that frequency, those who are your people, and let's start resurrecting our community, Ken folks. So when he says certain things about Snoop Dogg or Snoop Dogg's wife opening up a strip club, you got to understand that's just the nature of that man. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people say, well, Snoop Dogg don't owe anybody nothing. I was in close association. Well, a mentor of mine is the individual who's a part of Snoop Dogg's team, right? And he and I had kind of like got into, I don't want to say we got into it, but we had some back and forth because they had banned the Honorable Louis Farrakhan from Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg, whatever his name, Mark Zuckerberg is a Jew. So they felt that Farrakhan was giving hate-filled messages and speeches and all that, and they banned them. And Snoop Dogg had something to say. All I said was, why don't Snoop or other celebrities come together and create our own social media platforms to where the honorable Louis Farrakhan or any other individual that looks like us, that represents us, and that puts an agenda to advance us as a people is not barred, is not banned, or it's not canceled and forbidden from sharing speeches that's uplifting to the people on these platforms. And the dude, my Kim folks, he say, oh man, why people's always want to depend on celebrities to do this and do that? They need to get out there and do it themselves and all that. But who put these celebrities in a position to where they are celebrities that's been venerated around the world? We did. We gave you validation. We supported you. We ramped up those digits. We gave you a sense of relevance to where you can go out throughout the world, and being that we put the stamp of approval of you on you, other individuals say, you know what? I like that. So Snoop Dogg and his wife opening up a strip club in downtown LA, I don't think that was the right spot to put it at, because Vegas is the new hot spot. LA is dying, Kim, folks. And I'm not saying dying to where it's not going to be anything there, but LA being a hot spot and one of the main tourist attractions in America, no, that's slowly changing, homie, because their goal is to make Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world by 2027. That's why they bringing amusement parks out here. That's why they're paying $1.5 billion to pump water from the Pacific Ocean out here to create a man-made beach to where you don't have to go to LA. The reason why individuals want to go to LA is because of the beach and the amusement parks. You know, Disneyland, that's in Orange County, but they consider that LA. Why? I don't know. But Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, Orange County, they consider it LA. Why? I don't know. Six Flag Magic Mountain, Universal Studios. Universal is bringing a $1 billion studio out here, as well as amusement park. Now Disney is coming out here to open up an amusement park. So if you got an amusement park and you got a beach that has salt water from the Pacific pumped out here, what point would it be to go to LA? Why do you think they're putting that high speed rail that goes from Rancho Cucamonga to Las Vegas? Because the tourist attraction out here is going to be crazy. It's only so much that you can do to LA. All right, LA got the hot clubs, and you know they're popping in the clubs. Las Vegas got it too. Drea is popping. They got clubs all up and down the strip. The motherfuckers fly all over the country to come to. You feel what I'm saying? So they got the nightclubs. Now Las Vegas got these popping ass strip clubs. They about to have an amusement park. They about to have a beach. They got legal weed. What's the point to go to LA? But I didn't digress, and I done went into something else. But let's get into this dialogue between Bo Rock and Brother Cam, man. Brother Cam, man, I send love out to you, man. Bo Rock, I also send love out to you as well. Feel like you was a little biased. JT, the bigger figure, man, I want to send a shout out to you as well, man. I see you in the comments, homie. It's all love. In the time, in perfect time, and under the leadership and in the guidance of the Most High, JT, we gonna sit down. We gonna have a conversation, man. You know what I mean? I'm at a point, homie, to where JT, you got a beautiful heart, homie. Nobody can deny your genius. Nobody can deny your contribution, not only to West Coast, not only to Bay Area music, but also to West Coast music. You feel what I'm saying? We can't deny that. A lot of things that you have done, brother, is revolutionary. Going to China and going directly to the plug to start the Trap Flicks DVDs. I remember not DVDs, the Trap Flicks like iPads, tablets. I remember you came to Imperial Courts and you were showing them to us, so on and so forth, but that's revolutionary. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't never want to undermine your genius. I just feel like your essence and who Allah or Yahweh, God, has created you to be, it goes beyond some of the things that you do, Kim, folks. So don't think that I'm coming against you. Don't think that I want to unalive you or nothing like that. It's just our people who are vibrating on this frequency. We have a higher calling, homie, and we can't be doing what these other cats is doing because it's popular, it's trending, and nobody is calling them out on a BS. But the dynamics is about to change. We're in the age of Aquarius. If you don't know about the age of Aquarius, just do a little research on it. But I'm going to stop bloviating. I feel like I'm bloviating at this point, and we're going to get into this video, man. I'm going to read the comments before I jump up. And listen, everybody that tune in, every time I drop content and put a video out there, hey, homie, it's appreciated, Kim, folks. I truly appreciate it, man. You know what I mean? I'm not here to... Y'all know what I'm here for. Let's just get into this, man. I don't want to get too far sidetracked. All right, let me do this. Yeah. Let's get into it, man.
As though I'm whack 100 or I'm somebody else. This is not that. This is how you use social media for righteous pressure and righteous correction. You don't have to respond. Just like Cube didn't have to respond. Cube, the whoop whoop, the stuff that I did, with me and him, that was more messy. And I never did it after that, right? But he's out there saying, he got the best diss record of all times. He's still
And that, listen, forgive me, y'all. I just got to interject right there because Ice Cube, No Vaseline is not the best diss record in hip hop, in my opinion. And y'all can agree or disagree or drop it in the chat. You know what I mean? What y'all feel is the best diss record in hip hop. But I got to go with Tupac Hit 'Em Up. Number one, Tupac Hit 'Em Up is number one. Number two would be Ether when Nas was going after Jay-Z. And number three for me is Compton City G's when Eazy-E was dissing, Death Row and Dr. Dre and all them cats. You know what I mean? I say No Vaseline will probably be number five on my greatest hip hop disses of all time. You know what I mean? So Cube making that bold statement, I totally disagree, man. No Vaseline was all right, but it wasn't really. Oh shit, forgive me. And you got to put Kendrick, They Not Like Us in there. You feel what I'm saying? Man, that's a hot diss track, man. That diss track has been, well, when Tupac now did what they did, we didn't have the internet and all that. But I gotta also put Kendrick in part of that top five. They Not Like Us. But let's get back into the content. But I want we can get into this a little bit more a little bit later.
Still pushing that, trying to compete with Kendrick and Drake, rap beef or whatever, saying Tupac and Biggie wasn't, Hit 'Em Up wasn't the best, and such wasn't the best.
If Cube said that, that's some hater shit. And why all these cats want to speak on Pac, since Pac ain't here to defend himself, like, man, Pac wasn't from the West Coast. We understand that, but the vibe that he was on, the frequency that Pac was on, that revolutionary spirit that Pac had, I feel like at that point in time, it was too much for the East Coast brothers. So him coming out west and falling into, our player partners, our kin folks up north in the Bay Area, and then coming down and, fucking with the power rules and all that, that Pac just had that in him. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know why all these cats be speaking on Pac, man. Pac ain't here to defend himself, man. Let the legend rest in peace, man.
But dudes know how to make friends with Common. You know how to make friends with Be Real. Like, everybody. Yeah, I think you're even doing shows right now with Mac 10 again.
In case y'all don't know, at one point in time, Cypress Hill was beefing with Ice Cube, and Ice Cube also had beef with Common when Common had made that song about when rap came to the West Coast. He's making a song, but the way that he's doing it, he's spitting it in a metaphor about hip hop is being a woman that he loves, and when she came out to the West Coast, we turned her out and made her, we reduced her value and whatnot. So Common and Cube was beefing over that, but they settled that beef and all that. That's what Cam is talking about right now.
Why they take me so personal? You know what I'm saying? Why they get in their feelings with me?
See, this is Cam. This is what you got to understand, man. I hope that you see this video, brethren. Hey, everybody is a friend of a man who bears gifts, but an enemy to the man who brings knowledge. So when you bring knowledge to these motherfuckers, man, it puts them in a point to where you can't masquerade and you can't pretend no more. When I give you knowledge make you look at yourself. And a lot of these dudes are so foul, so contaminated, and has did so much shit to go against the grain that they're unrecognizable to themselves. And you bringing knowledge, it makes them have to look at themselves, question themselves, and then put in the work to change themselves. So that's why he may feel a certain type of way about you, man. When we speak knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, homie, you can't expect to garner a lot of friends and have positive relationships and whatnot, man. It's just something about the truth that irritate the God of peoples, man. But let's get back into this.
You know what I'm saying? Why am I Candyman when you ain't supposed to bring my name up or write me out of history and act like I wasn't the major influence in your life, in your camp, in that time that we was together, it's like whatever. Like, so if I keep quiet, they're gonna write me all the way out of history. And tomorrow ain't promised to me. Why, if Allah chooses to take my life tomorrow.
Check this out, brother Cam. You just mentioned Allah, right? No man can close a door that was opened by God, and no man can open a door that was closed by the Most High God. So you got to do your thing and focus on you. What's meant for you is meant for you. What God wants to be, for brother Cam, man, that's gonna be for brother Cam. Can't nobody take your shine. Can't nobody take your credit if it's ordained by the Most High God. You feel what I'm saying? But let's get back into this content.
then these writers of history, like, I never existed. So I have to go on record, you know what I'm saying, to defend my legacy and my body of work and my soldier, and give something to my wife and my children and my grandchildren to look up to. Because if I leave it to these guys, they just gonna write me out of history. They just gonna, you know, leave us for dead and act like we never existed and take the credit for all this real FOI soldier business.
See, but the thing is, big bro, sometimes it ain't about the credit, it's about the results. I didn't shared ideas and pitched ideas to certain individuals, and they, you know, you can tell that they had their gears going and whatnot. They took my ideas, went elsewhere, and they got the bag to basically fund my ideas. But it's all cool because I'm not looking for credit. What I'm looking for is results. If it has a positive effect upon the demographic that we all say that we're servicing and that we're doing the work to assist, then I'm not tripping. Because if it was meant for me to be the credit, Yahweh, God, Allah would have made sure that I got the credit that was due unto me. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not meant for us to get certain credit, but we got to stop looking towards just one basket, and we got to start, you know, having other outlets and have our hands in different, you know, different things, man. We got to have more than one fight. We have to have more than one iron in the fire. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna jump ahead of this, man, and I'm gonna get into, you know, his dialogue with Mr. Bo Rock.
Speak on for a couple of seconds. Yeah, just hit it.
Every month, this Airbnb pays me in semi-passive income. Now, here's the thing. I don't own it and I don't pay any rent. It doesn't even matter where you live, even if you're in a...
I'll bring you in. Bo Rock. Bo Rock.
My guy.
Man, please talk to me. What's your thoughts?
First and foremost, me, myself, I've never been a strip club dude. I've never been in the strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal character. But what I did want to say in addressing that issue, that, you know, I understand your point. I understand exactly where you're coming from. You know, I even understand the need to address certain things, but I do want to also paint the other side, you know.
I'm all ears. I respect everything you say.
Yeah, because you know that's my homie. You know what I'm saying? That's my bro. You know what I'm saying? I love
bro with my homie too.
Yeah. I know. You know what I'm saying? I know. And what I do want to say is, as much as this is getting light and light is being shed on this, maybe to his discredit, you know what I'm saying? Not enough light is being shown on the other things that he do also. You know what I'm saying? Like he do put on events for children. You know what I'm saying? That go on often at the compound.
All right, check me out. I feel like Bo Rock. Hey, can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me out there? Can y'all hear me out there? Can y'all hear me? Then give me a thumbs up if you can hear me out there, man. But I'm gonna continue the dialogue. I'm not sure if y'all can hear me or whatnot. You know what I mean? I'm having technical malfunctions on my end, but you know, Bo Rock is talking about some of the things that, you know, brother Snoop Doggy Dogg does and whatnot, but it's the right thing to do. And when I say right, I'm not talking about right as in right, but WRITE. A lot of the contributions that a lot of these individuals contribute to our community is because it's a tax write-off. Some of these cats only come to the hoods 3 times a year. That's for Christmas, that's for Thanksgiving, and for Easter. And a lot of the material that they're giving out, it's a tax write-off. I can't even go to the woods. I can't go into a national state park where there's live wild animals and give them food because you make them dependent. At some point in time, man, we got to stop giving out food, because in the Bible it says if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Like, we appreciate the Thanksgiving meals, the boxes, and the free Christmas gifts and all that, but show us how to get it. Put us in position to where we can work and we can ascertain that level of success or those resources to where we can do it for ourselves. How do we become independent and self-sufficient? Because that nonprofit game, that tax write-off game, is something that you all learn from the Caucasians. So when you do go back into your community, you go back into your community and you do this and you do this, you put on this, and then you can write it off at the end of the year. A lot of these dudes aren't doing these things because their heart is in it and because it's the RIGHT, right thing to do. They do it because it's the right thing to do because it gives them a tax write-off, man. So I feel like Bo Rock off top is being biased, especially when he come on and say, yeah, you know, that's my homie. Like, come on, homie. At some point in time, we got to put all that homie business to the side, homie, because sometimes who and what you're loyal to can either be an anchor or it can be, you know, a part of your elevation, man. You know what I mean? We neglect to hold certain cats accountable because of our affiliation or what we look to gain from these relationships with some of these dudes that's questionable. Listen, homie, I'm not proud of the cat that I used to be when I was full-fledged gang banging, not being a gang member, but full-fledged gang banging, right? I done contributed some fucked up shit to my community. I done did some fucked up shit to some people. I done traumatized people. I done did some shit, right? So whenever God blessed me with the opportunity to be in concert, to be in union, fellowship with individuals who are like-minded, and we can talk about how we can improve our community, and we can talk about peace, I'm all for it. Because I know my negative contributions, man. You got to understand, Snoop Dogg is the same cat that went to the MTV Awards. Y'all know where I'm about to go with this. Snoop Dogg is the same cat that went to the MTV Awards with two black women, two black sisters on a leash. Oh, y'all forgot about that? Y'all forget about certain crews like what was the crews called? TBN? No, what? Yeah, TNB. Trust no BITCH. Y'all know what the motto and the moniker was when we was coming up? Trust no B, love no HOE. So we can't overlook his contribution to our community, to the degradation of our women. We degrade our women because of a lot of things that we seen from Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg commercialized the PIMP, Bishop Magic Don Juan, and made a lot of our young men aspire to be PIMPs. Snoop Dogg, he contributed to some of our young sisters thinking it's okay to be a prostitute. So to open up a strip club and not also embrace the duality of this existence and open up some type of mental health clinic, some type of STD clinic, some type of clinic where these young sisters can go when they're tired of being in that life, when they need assistance, or a place where these youngsters can go and get some certified mental health needs because we're traumatized and we're looking for an identity. That's blasphemous, homie. That's treasonous to our people. But like I say, Snoop Dogg is a grown man. We can't continue to look for these celebrities and the police and the government to come into our community and help us resolve our problems. At some point in time, homie, we got to say F these celebrities, bro. And we just got to get it out the mud, homie. So when food turn to SHIT and then they start slacking off, or hard times coming, or Armageddon get cracking, or Revelations just manifesting, it's those 7 years of hard times and all that. And when the economy collapses and money means nothing, and these white folks is like, we don't want you NIGGERs in our communities, and then they want to come back to South Central, Harlem, Brooklyn, and all that. We're not accepting you. And if you come here, it may be to your detriment, because when you was in a position to assist, aid, and help the people, you neglected the people unless you had a vested interest and you can benefit from assisting the people. We don't want y'all no more, man. So let's stop looking for these celebrities to give us a handout, because if these celebrities was going to give us a handout or a hand up, they would have been and did it. They don't care. So Cam, when we come on here and we talk about this and talk about that, it's irrelevant. And I understand you saying you're trying to clean the blood off your hands, but brother, you can't clean their blood off your hands if you don't have a part, if you're not playing a part in it. If you never played a part, in the degradation of our people, if you never played a part in the crippling and the handicapping of our people, then why would you have blood on your hands? I understand that you may be a messenger and you coming out here to spread the message. Just spread the message, homie. We all know we need to unify. We all know that the life expectancy for African Americans is constantly decreasing. You got individuals having heart attacks at the age of 30, 27, have cancer at the age of 29. A lot of these ailments that our grandparents suffer from, we're suffering from them now. We still can't break through their economy. We still can't grow to be an independent and self-sufficient people in this nation. We can't. But I digress, man. Y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me, man. It's just I'm passionate about my people, man. And I feel like Bo Rock is biased towards Cam. And when Cam gets on here and he shows you how intelligent and how militant he is, I feel like they may target Brother Cam, man, because Brother Cam is under some good tutelage. He's under some good leadership, man. And he really has a message that the peoples can benefit from. But let's not continue to give these celebrities energy, man. And I understand that, Snoop Dogg, he got the Snoop Football League and so on and so forth. But this is the thing, man. When I was in communication with one of Snoop Dogg people, and we was invited to come down, I think it was like Beverly Hills or Santa Monica, West LA or something like that, to the screening of Black Panther, the first Black Panther, right? He say, man, Dog, he don't mind helping the kids, but he ain't helping no grown-ups. Everybody got their hand out. They want this, they want that. So Dog ain't helping nobody. But when it comes to the kids, Dog is going to help. Well, let me educate you and Dog to this. You cannot take a kid from a contaminated environment, decontaminate them, and throw them back into that same contaminated environment and don't expect them to be recontaminated. So it has to be a multi-layered. It has to be a multi-tiered. It has to be a I believe the word is faceted. It has to be a multifaceted plan of approach in healing our people, because you just can't heal the kids and send them back to the environment, the family units, and the community that contaminated them in the first place. It don't work like that. And you can't see that all of our people just got a handout. But if all of our people do got a handout, we come from poverty-stricken environments and conditions. So it's understandable that the priority and the biggest need coming from these communities is money. You can't get mad at our people for having a handout. If a person was hungry, what you gonna say? Oh yeah, niggas always got their mouths open. They hungry. They need to be fed. But after I feed you, what do you intend to do? Do you intend to allow this meal that I'm going to give you to nourish you to where you can get out there and you can go hunt and provide for yourself and to provide for your family? If a person have an excellent business plan, right? You got a business plan. Everything looks amazing. Why not give them money to start Black businesses in Black communities? Everybody knows that we have value. Everybody knows that it's money in the ghetto, but us, we call ourselves poor. Ain't no money in the hood. If there wasn't no money in the hood, then these East Indians wouldn't be rushing to the hood. These Koreans wouldn't still be in the hood for over 40 years. It's money in the hood. We just don't know how to tap into the resources that we got in the hood because we're so Forgive me, man. Forgive me. Let's get back into this, man. Let's get back into this, cuz. Y'all forgive me, cuz.
Now, you know what I'm saying? He even dresses up himself in characters. He dressed up as a clown. He dressed up as a dinosaur, whatever the case may
Same shit he do in movies. Like, come on, cuz.
be to entertain the kids. I've been myself to a personal event that he did for handicapped kids. You know what I'm saying? And his little organization, you know what I'm saying, for disabled kids, So I do want to say that, even though there is this side, you know what I'm saying, there's also that other side. And I just need him, as well as yourself and everybody else, to also promote that and also be familiar with that side, because everybody in life, nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? We all make mistakes. We all get caught up in the glitz, the glamour, or whatever the case may be in the pursuit of what we're pursuing, But again, I don't want it to be like just a one-sided picture, because of this particular incident that has come about. Again, I totally understand where you're coming from. I actually agree with where you're coming from, in a lot of aspects, a lot of things need to change in our community. You know what I'm saying? Especially within hip hop. Number one, you know what I'm saying? Just the support of where we put our support at and what artists we put our support behind, you know, and the things that they do that we condone and don't really speak on, you know. And if we gonna speak on, I think it's well timed. Like Cat Williams said, we in a time of truth. I think it's well timed. If we're gonna address things like Snoop and opening up the club, then there needs to be addressing about, you know, Black people support of artists like Sexy Red rapping about their booty hole, you know, other artists in this whole.
Hold on, cuz. Sexy Red is a byproduct of the degradation, us degrading our women, calling our women BITCHs and HOEs and programming and indoctrinating the young men not to love our biggest allies and supporters, the women. Taking the fathers out of the household because we have listened to gangster rap for so long that we take on that identity and we get out there and we do things against one another, take the father out of the home, and that his young sister don't have no guidance. So we all done played a part in our demise, homie. But at some point in time, we have to have a positive contribution to our community to try to get us back on track. These rappers have the resources to do that, but what they do, they continue to fuel or they continue to perpetuate our dysfunction, our malfunctioning, this disunification of us. What about the mental health services? What about getting a warehouse, right? Like the Jews do, like the Koreans and the Armenians, and in conjunction with the Hispanics, they got a warehouse. When they get these warehouses, what you think they put in the warehouses? Swap meets. So now everybody got a booth in there. You can go in there and you can shop. Why not create a warehouse, a hip hop warehouse, to where we're employing ourselves and we get a memorandum of understanding with the gangs that's in the community and say, listen, homie, we want to put y'all in a position to be self-sufficient and independent, but we cannot do this if you continue to beef and unalive one another. If we can all get it together, we can all become business owners, and within the next 2 to 3 years, we all can be millionaires. Come to the people, communicate with the people instead of going to go communicate with the police. Communicate with the people. We are the most inflicted. We are the most inflicted, the most persecuted, the most prosecuted, the most hated, the most brutalized people in this nation. We need healing. But those who are in a position to create outlets, services, and resources for us, they take on the ideology and the view of the oppressors. They start looking at their own people as being lazy, don't want nothing, good for nothing. They vocalize it all the time. If we was lazy, we was good for nothing, we don't want nothing, how the fuck you come up out the hood? So you the only individual of your caliber that's in the hood that has the mindset to say, man, I want to focus on and dedicate myself to this path of success. So it ain't nobody else in the hood that's worthy of a stepping stone, an opportunity. Let's get back into the content, cuz.
Culture that we have now of basically destruction and exploitation. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of the old days.
I gotta pause that, cuz. And I hate when these old cats try to demonize the youth. This ain't Sexy Red and them fault. This is some shit that's been going on. Let me share some with y'all. Hold on, let me stop this. Because cuz just went on here and said some, Bo Rock, I'm not here to disrespect you, and I hope that nothing that I say offends you. I just feel like you just said some bullshit, Kim folks. Let me stop sharing this one. And let me come over here and share this one. Hold on. Oh, y'all forgot about this, right?
Check.
So that narrative that Bo Rock, just put out about, sexy red name, this, that, and third. Look what Snoop Dogg did, cuz. He took two amazing, beautiful sisters that had the potential to be anything that they want to be. He took them, he paraded them, he broadcasted them on a white network, on a white TV station at a white event as being bitchs and dogs. Look at the subliminal messages in that imagery, right? When you have a leash on two sisters and you walking them like they're dogs, then they associate dogs with our women. And we wonder why they look at the black woman as the most virtueless, not virtuous. Somebody tried to correct me on that. They consider our women to be the most virtueless women in the world because of shit like this. When you think of the word bitch, think about it. When you think about a nothing bitch, when you think about a freaky bitch, when you think about a scandalous bitch, when you think about a crazy bitch, when you think about a bitch the first thing that comes to your mind is a black woman. And that's that narrative that we got to change, homie. A lot of these sisters is forced into this way of lifestyle of promiscuity, working on fig and stripping in strip clubs because of the trauma, and they never had healing from the trauma or the lack of a father figure being in a household. So if you're in a position to get some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man, let's get back into the content. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. This shit is quite profound, man. On the rental nails.
Remember Sambo, the old Sambo? You know what I'm saying? That's what it reminds me of. I just seen a video not too long ago of a country western artist, performing in his hometown. You know what I'm saying? And I listen to country western, so that's why I tuned in. What I didn't expect was for this white man to bring Sexy Red out on the stage to twerk for the audience.
Pause. What the fuck is the difference from this white man, country singer, bringing Sexy Red on stage to twerk and Snoop Dogg having a leash, collars on two sisters and parading them at the MTV Awards? What's so different, Mr. Bo Rock? I really want to know. Inquiring minds would like to know. Mr. Bo Rock, what's so different?
She didn't.
Right. That's directly related to strip club activity, right?
It's directly related to
trauma. It's directly related to broken homes. It's directly related to no strong black man or no strong man being in a household to provide supervision, to provide guidance, to provide knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, structure, and discipline to our children. That's what that's directly related to. And like I say, homie, once you have kids, you gotta drop that gangster persona. I'm a father. I'm a father before I'm anything. So anything that I do, anything that I engage in, number one, has to be rooted in truth, has to be rooted in righteousness, has to benefit my children or benefit my people. If those elements aren't met, then what the fuck am I doing? When you become a father, homie, your life is now on a back burner because your kids is now your priority. Your kids is your main concern now. Your kids is your main motivation. Your kids is your main purpose. So the driving force behind being a father is them kids. So if it doesn't add to your kids, then you need to think twice about engaging in it, homie. Some cats be want to straddle the fence. You can't straddle the fence. You're either going to be a gangster or you're going to be a father. You can't straddle the fence because when you live like that, it's a disservice to your kids, homie. Think about the cats that should have stayed home with their babies. You got a brand new baby or your baby mama pregnant. You about to have your first baby, homie. And instead of being in that family environment, you want to go out, hang with the homies and catch one to the head. You want to go out, do something with the homies. Now you got 100 years. You ain't never seen your baby. You ain't never held your baby. Like, come on, this is the reality of it. And some of this shit is perpetuated through rap music. And I'm not degrading rap music. What I'm saying is when they took the KRS Onces, when they took the attention off of the KRS Ones, Public Enemy, African Rubada, and all them, and even Common, when they took the attention from these positive people, what's the cat from the Bay name? The X Clan, the X Clan, I think it's the X Clan. But individuals who was making music to uplift the people, and then they just focused it all on the music that was degrading to our women, separating our people, destructive to the community. It's nothing wrong with gangster music, because white folks listen to gangster music all night, all day, but they don't get out there and they don't start killing. They don't get out there and they don't start robbing because they're listening to the music. But when you're coming into the community and this is what you see, and it's a reflection of the media, it's a reflection of the mediums that we love, rap music, which is degrading our women and teaching us to engage in fratricidal behavior. And then the movies, the music, and then when you go outside, homie, and you don't, forgive me, I keep digressing, man. Let's get back into the content.
Where our culture is, period.
But who,
you know what I'm saying? The states are,
who are the leaders of our culture? So Sexy Red and them is our children's age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but see, here the thing is, this is number one where we're at a disadvantage, because the majority of our influencers and leaders outside of the minister and a few others are from the entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? Whereas back in the days, you know, we had political leaders that were 9-to-5 job workers.
And they killed them. And they murdered them. They targeted them. And they targeted them in such a way to where some of them tapped out and said, you know what? I can't win. I'm going to join them. And then they betrayed the people.
You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. People who lifetime was spent dealing with our social issues, not addressing social issues, you know, because it goes along with their stardom. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the entertainers address social issues because they feel that that's something that's required along with their stardom.
So they faking, basically. They faking to stay relevant.
Not because they actually really give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Now, you whole different ball game. You've been the same brother, man, since day one when I met you, man. You feel what I'm saying? You even look the damn same. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even age. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, look, check this out, man. This is a long video, but I'm pretty sure that you all get the gist of what I'm saying. You see where I'm going with this and whatnot. I'm about to get up off this thing, man. I want to send a word out to 600. 600, stop speaking on my homie, bro. Because we getting fed up with your antics and all this and all that, man. Like, come on, homie. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't go as hard on you as I could have. I didn't jump on a bandwagon when everybody was saying F you and calling you this, that, and third, and blase. Stop speaking on my homie, bro. Because, I mean, cats can play with the game and think that it ain't what it is and it is what it really is. But don't be the reason, homie. Don't be the reason. 600, leave the homie alone. The homie ain't speaking on you. Keep my homie name out your mouth, bro. We ain't clout chasing and we ain't doing all that, homie. We're trying to create genuine movements to positively affect the positive, righteous, and those who are looking for guidance in our community, homie. We trying to have a positive change on our community for those who are receptive, for those who our message resonates with. We trying to change the dynamics. We ain't got no time for this tomfoolery and the rigmarole of this, that, and third. Like, we ain't got no time for them games, homie. That make you cats look like busters, cloud chasers, marks, enemies to your own people and all that. So you have been warned. This is your warning. If you continue to do all that towards the homie and all that, you know, we gonna have to line it up. Whether me and you or you and one of my homies, because I got 5 homies that want to fight you right now, homie. So leave us alone, man. And then you always want to, oh, one of my homies got robbed in the PJs. What you trying to get the PJs in the 60s into it? See, you trying to create beef, homie. You trying to create confusion and destruction. Come on, homie. Kill that bullshit, man. Kill that noise. Hey, to all my folks, man, y'all stay up and be blessed. I might as well go to 60 minutes. You know what I mean? I stopped that video because it's kind of long. But let me get into some of these comments. We got 10 minutes. All right. My auntie say, hey, nephew, hey, auntie, what's going on? I love you and I appreciate, you always being there for me when I needed somebody. You and I know, you hear what I'm saying? We got to think too much. You feel me? Spirit Wonder says that makes sense. Damu Robbins, what's the deal? He say, I think that's a big issue in our culture, being biased to your own, and it only creates distinction between us as a whole. You're absolutely right. Vegas is California now. Yeah, you might as well say that. Well, no, I don't want to say that because I don't want to offend none of my Vegas brethren. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to offend them, but Vegas is going to be the new hot thing. Vegas is going to be the next trending thing. Vegas is going to be the next thing to do. You feel what I'm saying? All these celebrities moving out here. They buying houses. They starting production studios out here. Like Vegas is going to be the next, it's going to be the next thing that's popping. You feel what I'm saying? I just hope that the government and the political figures out here can deal with the influx of individuals that's coming here. You feel what I'm saying? You got to have a plan to contain all this. You feel what I'm saying? And that's intervention, prevention, and a whole lot of other things. You feel what I'm saying? See, Vegas want to be a city that can contend with Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, Miami, and all these other metropolises and whatnot. But do you have a plan to deal with the rise in crime? Do you have do you have a plan to deal with the increase in homelessness and you know what I mean? All this shit, like, you know what I mean? But shout out to my folks from Vegas, man. That rent going up $500. Man, listen, check this out, homie. When I came out here, man, I had a studio, right? When I moved into that studio, I came out here in 2020. Yeah, the end of 2020, 2021, whatnot. Constantly going back and forth from the land to out here before I just got this amazing job at the Youth Advocate Program, working with some amazing youth and whatnot. But when I moved into that studio, man, right there by UNLV, not too far from the Strip, right? When I moved into that studio, I think I was paying $550. When I moved out of that studio in like 2000 and when did I move up out of there? 2021, 2022, 2022. When I moved up out of that studio in 2022, the rent had went up to $900. I BS you not, bro. When I first moved in, $550. When I moved out, $900 for a studio on the renting deals. So the rent is increasing, and it's a lot of investors in California that's buying a whole lot of these apartment units, their apartment complexes. They're buying houses and all that out here so that they can increase the rent. You feel what I'm saying? So they can drive up the the rent of the on the market or whatever they call it. All right. Crollo or Trollo, Drucifer says that rent going up $500. LO, yeah, that's true. I mean, they got a baseball team coming in. They got the football team. They're working on getting the basketball team. They're going to have all the key ingredients to make them a city that can rival all these other metropolises and whatnot. Oh, he said, I used to watch him in Burkina Faso. Yeah, man, most definitely. Yo, Bobby, East Up, tapping in, showing love from the AV. I don't know why it don't let me sub. I'm going to experience that type of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? When you talking the type of stuff that I be coming on here and talking, I wouldn't even be surprised if they come and start targeting me now. You know what I mean? That's why I be trying to, dumb it down a little bit because they didn't took social media pages from me just getting on there talking the truth. They didn't, took my Facebook from me. They didn't did a lot of stuff. So that's why I don't come on here and give you the all the way raw and direct and all that, because we know once we get on there, man, and we start speaking the truth and it start resonating with the people, they target us like the brother. Anyways, forgive me. The game when he went after 50 was fire. Yeah, the game was all right. And DJ Quick, DJ Quick put out some cool diss tracks. My partner Cody say, gotta disagree, my G. Damu Robbins say, no Vaseline, classic original diss, hit 'em up, #2 for me. I can dig that. Cody said, hit 'em up was ruined because of the Outlaws. I'm a super Pac fan. Crollo or Trollo, Drucifer says, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Frollo Drucifer says, facts. Don Mecca, what's up, Heedy? Love you, cuz. That's my homie, man, on mic. Got them likes up. Get them likes up. Hey, yeah, man, y'all get these likes up for your player partner, man. Come on, man. This is like, you know what I mean? This is like, you know what I mean, for me, man. All right, Trollo Drucifer say, any black person in the entertainment industry being left black people behind. Yeah, that's true. That's the trade-off for fame. Yeah, this is true. You can't help your folks, just help your family. Yeah, like Dr. Umar Johnson says that when black folks get money, that money cannot be used to help other black folks. What it's used for is to enrich and improve your quality of life. You know, black folks can't get money to help other black folks. They want us to get money and stunt on other black folks. They want us to use our money to make other black folks feel insignificant, or they want us to use our money, our fame, and our status to get black folks out there to engage in illegal behavior and illegal activities to try to get the same level of success or that image that these successful rappers and entertainers have. But it's a trap. It's a cycle. All right. Crollo Drucifer says, when Nick Cannon spoke against the small hats, they whipped him in shape so fast. I thought he owned Wildin' Out, but they was about to cancel him. I said, damn, this is the truth. See, the thing about them, man, they know that we can sell things like no other, right? So if you got an up and coming or a struggling alcohol company, right, they'll grab a P. Diddy, and P. Diddy will put his name on there. He'll become a minority owner, but they'll broadcast it like he owns all of it, and the sales will drive up. Same thing with Duce. They get into individual like Jay-Z, make him a minority owner or give him a percentage of the business, but make it seem like he owns the whole business outright, and then the sales drive up. They know that we can sell things like no other, so that's why they use us to sell their products and make it seem like we have a certain we have ownership in it and whatnot. And the same like with Nick Cannon, man, what they did, that was a modern day buck breaking. When our people speak out against this Babylonian system, and when we say certain things and all that, and then they beat you into submission or into an apology, that's modern day buck breaking. I'm gonna take the strongest and the richest amongst you, and I'm gonna make him say sorry. So when you come up against me, you know what you're gonna encounter as well. Shan Caesar says facts. Marcus Watts say, what's up, Heedy? It's the homie, man. Hey, M1. I love you, cuz, on PJ Crip on Mike. I remember me coming home from doing that damn near 6 years, that 5 year, 8 months bid, homie, and then I can never forget about how you looked out for me. I can't say how you looked out for me, but what you did for me, man, put me in a position to where I can take that and make that happen and get into a few other things that put money in my pocket. So I love you, cuz. I appreciate you. I love you. I love your family, man. You already know what it is, man. That's the big homie M1, man. So he say, what's up, Heedy? This M1 discovered your page a few months ago, been tapping in ever since, man. I appreciate it, Heedy. Oh, Mike, that's the big homie, man. Shout out to M1, man. All right, so Trollo Drucifer said, I heard Sexy Red had to cancel a show because people didn't show up. The lady's not feeling her, but they are pushing the ratchet in our faces. She's an industry plant. Most definitely she's an industry plant. But the thing is, we got to stop supporting that. When we say, oh, rap is this, or when we say, oh, the Jews or control rap, and they want us to put out this type of message and this type of narrative, and then they counter and say, but it's supply and demand. We put it out there because black folks crave it. Black folks want it. Black folks are addicted to it. So that's why we put it out there, because you all want it. So if you want us to change what our requirements is and how we want to market you all, stop buying it. And then we have to supply whatever the demand is, and then we would give you something different. But my thing is, let's take it back to the chilling circuit. We don't even need to use their platforms. Let's take it back to the chilling circuit. Back in the days when black folks went on a chilling circuit, Mom Mabry or and I'm just saying whatever, or Miss Johnson or Miss Johnson Soul Food in South Carolina may have a jumping bar that's popular. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna perform there. And then Mom Mabry up the street may say, hey, we want Bobby Ye to come here. And then once I go there, then I shoot to South Carolina. And then I shoot here. Then I shoot to Florida. But the chilling circuit, everybody was making money from our talents And it was us. It was us making money off our talents and our contributions to one another. So we were strengthening and creating our own economy until we start selling out and saying, you know what? I think I'm ready to be on record. I want to see my face on the record. I want to hear myself played in these white clubs. It wasn't time for that. We should have strengthened that chilling circuit, and we should have brought it as far west as we could. And then we should have collectively put money together to start our own distribution and production companies and all that. We sold out, we tapped out, and went to them, just like in Cadillac Record, where the Caucasian dude told Muddy Waters, I'm gonna get extremely rich, and you're gonna become extremely famous. And Muddy Waters say, hold on, man, what you mean by that? And he had to break it down to him. But yeah, let me get back to a few more of these. All right, Christopher Barker says, Cam really believe he made a. Wait, what just happened? All right, Christopher Barker says, Cam really believe he made a decision. He stood on principle and missed out on millions. Cube, Snoop, hundreds of others didn't put on the suit, sell papers, achieve rank, etc. No regrets, my brother. I can dig that, homie, because me and my brother, we have this this discussion, not a debate, but a discussion about me. I'm for the people, man. If I got it, I give a person my last. One of my brothers, he's money over everything, not everything, but he's money first. You know what I mean? And, you know, my brother makes pretty good money, like damn good money. You know what I mean? And he's getting to the bag. But me, I'm more people orientated because I believe that we have to build up the people so the peoples can properly build up the businesses and the economy. Some people are me first. I need money. And some of us is like, man, hold on, let me invest in the people. Because when you invest in the people, man, that's a worthwhile goal. That's something to do. That's something that's fulfilling when you invest in the people. When individuals are going through trials and tribulations and hardships, and you're able to come into their life and revolutionize the way that they think, what they feel about themselves, how they perceive themselves, and give them the motivation to get back on that horse and continuing on down the road. For me, that's fulfilling. You know what I mean? Some people put the money over the people. I'm not that type of person. I put the people over the money. You feel what I'm saying? If more of us did that, then we'll be in a position to get more money because we're properly investing in the people. It's the people that create the money. It ain't the money that create the people. But I digress. But I hear what you're saying, Christopher Barker, man, and I appreciate you sharing that, Kim, folks. Shan Caesar says at Eastside 661, you got to keep on resubscribing. I have noticed that certain channels with incendiary topics would knock off the wow. So that's probably why the number of my subscribers be fluctuating. You know what I mean? I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? But you know how it is when we come in a certain type of way. You feel me? Man, shout out to the AV, man. I don't know if y'all know, but I was born in the AV. Word is bond. My parents had left Watts for a minute. My mom was out there, allegedly. Well, fuck it, man. My mama be on some shit. You know what I mean? But my mama was fucking up. So my daddy, he went out there and grabbed her and, took her out there to Lancaster, Palmdale, that area and all that. And, she went into labor. So I was born out there in the AV. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't want you niggas to get on here and say he's from the AV. Ain't nothing wrong with being from the AV, but I'm from Watts, man. You feel me? I was conceived in Watts. I was born in the AV. And me and my pops went back to Watts. And, I was stuck in Empirical's housing project, baby. I let you play a partner, you heard me? Now I'm just fucking around. But shout out to the AV. I just had 2 resubscribe. I appreciate that, Shan Caesar. All right, Christopher Barker say, perhaps the brother is dealing with regret. Cam could have made millions. The industry was courting him hard, but he really believes so. They not like us. LOL, for real though. Nah, that's some real shit, homie. When I look into the brother's eyes, I can tell that it's something weighing down on him. Especially when he say, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, and all these other cats left him and his family for dead. What I think that equates to, or what he's alluding to, is that he was probably in a financial hardship, or had a great business idea, didn't have the capital, reached out to them, and they was like, nah, man, I don't know, or I'll get back to you, or something of that nature. But if more of us was vibrating on this frequency and we can come together and put our resources together, he shouldn't have to go to them. He should be able to go directly to the community and we say, you know what, we got you. The mafia wasn't, crying out to celebrities, and the Italians wasn't crying out to celebrities and blase when they needed money. They went to that organization that was in the community and said, hey, I got a business idea. I want to start a pizzeria. I want to start a mom and pop shop. and they funded that business for him. You feel what I'm saying? So let me see. Trollo Drucifer, we got to bring Shane back. Who is that? Oh, that's my daughter, y'all. I was watching Trap News Network today, right? It was OD. He was talking about ODM Slim in Munchie B, but in the background you can hear his kids, and then he verbally correcting. What I tell y'all? And he was like, "That's the homies, y'all. Your kids is a part of that house. So if your kids want to make a little noise and do their thing, let them express themselves as they see fit. See, us as a community, man, we gotta embrace everything about a person if we rock with them. I should never be telling my daughter, hey, daughter, hey, daughter. You're supposed to say yes. Hey, don't make so much noise. Be a little quiet. I'm live. I should never have to tell her that. She lives here. This is her house. So if she want to go to and from and make noise and make food and do what she do, she should have that right to do that. So, I was kind of a little, confused when he, screamed at them. You can have it. You can have it. But I was a little confused when he had screamed at his kids, to keep it down or whatnot. But I don't know, to each his own, man. But if you embrace me and if you rock with me and you F with me, man, the biggest thing of my life is being a father, man. I changed my life for my kids to dedicate myself to being here for my kids. And a lot of fathers don't do that. You know what I mean? I'll tell you more about my story a little bit later. I have to fight DCFS for 9 years to get my kids out the system. DCFS was telling me, why are you fighting so hard? You're never going to get your kids back. But I brought these kids into this world, homie. Should nobody else be raising my kids but me? I'm their father. I'm daddy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm the provider. I'm the protector, not DCFS. And we all know what DCFS does in regards to traumatizing these kids, over-medicating them, misdiagnosing them, and throwing them out into society and saying, go figure it out. But you had these kids in the system for this amount of time, right? And every time they showed some type of resistance or disobedience or not being willing to accept your plan or whatnot, the first thing that y'all want to do is medicate them. So since y'all been medicating these kids for all this time, when they go out into society and they feel dysregulated or they feel like they're facing challenges and they're overwhelmed, what y'all think gonna be the first thing that these kids do? They're gonna self-medicate, they're gonna get high. So getting high becomes a coping mechanism for them to assist them through navigating through the hardships of life. And that's not cool. That's no bueno. That's no bueno, carnal. All right, let me get back into a few more of these comments and I got to get out of here, baby. Cholo Juicer say it's not the entertainers, the politicians, and the churches too. Man, hey, you speaking the truth. It's the churches too. It's the churches too, man, on the reels. Cholo Juicer says churches don't speak up because they get money from the government. This is true. Yeah, y'all bringing it today. Shan Caesar says Paris. Shan Caesar says, what's your contact info, fam? Go to my homepage, and the number is right there. Hit that number, baby, and you can unshown. Oh no, Shan, but my contact information is on my homepage. It's like a 702 number. You hit that and I'll do my best to mac in with you, and create the dialogue and just communicate with you and whatnot. So, mac in on your player partner. Street Legend Film say, keep your foot on their neck, man. Trollo Drucifer says, Westland buying oh, homie. Some apartments down the street from where I stay at, a lot of them is owned by Westland, homie. So you speaking the gospel truth. All right, Lion Tribe Activewear says, I don't understand why they do that. What are they trying to do? Make everybody, yeah, that's what they doing. Hey, homie, the goal is to increase homelessness. That's why they building all these. When you go to Los Angeles, when I went to LA, I'm like, when they put these apartments right here, they got them by the Nickersons, they got them over there off of Wilmington, Willowbrook. They're building these apartment complexes, right? And they're trying to get people to abandon the goal of being homeowners. They're buying homes and they're putting apartment complexes. They're in contract with the city to build, I think, 25,000 apartment units or apartment complexes within the next 10 to 15 years. That's because you get these individuals to abandon the goal of being homeowners. You drive up the price of the homes to where they can't afford it, so it's easier to just rent. And then you drive up the price of the rentals to where they can't afford it. So when they can't afford the rent, where do they go? They go bye bye bye. They go back into, not back into, but they go to being homeless because you can't afford to pay rent. And this is what it is. You see it all throughout LA now. And at first it was just centralized in downtown Los Angeles, downtown, where you've seen an abundance, a high population of homeless people. Now over there in Compton, I think it's off of, it's either Avalon or Central, to where when you go down there by Rosecrans, there's a whole lot of trailers, there's a whole lot of tents, camps, and all that. So you're seeing homeless encampments pop up all throughout Los Angeles County now because the homeless population is crazy. You know what I mean? Rent is crazy. You know what I mean? But let me get into this and I'm gonna get up off this. Oh yeah, they are definitely hiding channels, bro. Yeah, most definitely, man. Hell yeah, they doing that to your player partner. Top mod warrior 47 said dog was born in the 760. Who the hell is dog? 760. Oh, Snoop Dogg was born in the 760. I don't know where that nigga was born at. Probably so. Shan Caesar said, gotcha, fam. I appreciate that. Chat room goon 410 say you're the real deal gangbang. Up with you heavy. I appreciate that. I'm no longer a gang banger. I'm a gang member because I'm not out there targeting my people. I have a higher level of overstanding or understanding to where we got to bring it together. We got to bridge these gaps. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I'm very vocal in my community about ending some of these wars with rival factions and let's bring it together and being brothers. You feel what I'm saying? I just seen a video where one of my partners from Gray Street, 103rd, right? Sent me a video, and what he wanted me to do, he wanted me to react to a video that P. Nice from Long Beach Insanes went to the Jordan Downs and did, because his homie that's featured in that P. Nice video is a cat that I had got into it with. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I called him a few things. I don't want to reignite that, you know what I mean? But I called him a few things and I exposed him for being something other than what he portrays himself to be and perpetrates, you know, to be, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to get into that because that then died down. And that was a situation to where, you know, you got a couple of his OG homies that come in and try to, you know, attack me and all this type of shit. And it almost went all the way bad. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, I'm very vocal in saying that we need to end some of these wars and minimize the hostility in between us. So I'm no longer a gang banger. My gang banging days is over. And Yahweh, I thank you and I praise God. I praise the heavens for blessing me to make it out alive and not get life. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing. So when I come here and I be talking and I be saying what I be saying, like, I wasn't always like this on PJ Crip, on Steve, or my auntie that's on here. She can tell you, my homies that's on here, they can, man, I wasn't always like this, man. Because of the situations, if it's that, the fuck we gonna talk about? If it's that, why are we talking, cuz? And we should be over there giving them what they gave the homie. If it's that, and they did that, then it's no talking, cuz there's no room for discussion. But me now, being a person who's pragmatic, forward thinking, understanding, empathetic, and compassionate towards my people, and you know, all people, but mostly our people, because we're at a deficit. We're at the bottom of a totem pole. You know, I represent and I love all people, but it's our people that's been targeted. It's our peoples who are still under mental, systematic, or systemic oppression or whatnot. You feel me? But yeah, I wasn't always like this, man. It was a point in time to if it's that, ain't no talking, we cracking on mic. You feel me? So for me to be here and just be building with y'all, man, and y'all being receptive, you know, to the information that I put out there, man, it lets me know that I'm on a right path. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I can be in the streets on some crazy shit, but how long would that last? And I already know, getting out of Folsom State Prison, homie, I knew that I didn't have no more chances, homie. I knew that. And I'm like, I'm not going to put myself in a situation to take myself away from my kids. I love the fuck out of my kids, homie. When I was in Wayside, right? And my son's mother and the director of Imperial Dreams, right? When they came and I seen my son Bobby for the first time, I say, cuz I'm thinking in my head, like, I love you, like I'm gonna change my life for you. Whatever I gotta do to be there for you, because my father wasn't there for me, I'ma do that. And by the grace of God, due to my son, I've been out of prison going on 15 years because I committed myself to being a father over a gangster, a hoodlum, a person who don't know how to navigate through their emotions and whatnot. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, yeah, we'll get more into my story a little bit later, man. If y'all haven't seen a movie, Imperial Dreams, that's based off my life, make sure y'all go check that shit out, man, because it'll give you more insight to the type of person that I am currently versus the person that I used to be, and you'll see why I am the way that I am now. You feel what I'm saying? But read a few more of these comments, man, and I'm gonna get up off this. Marcus Watt says, okay, chat room goon 410 say, I'm from Baltimore. When I say gangbang, it's the same as saying homie or loved one. Oh, for Shigadale, Ken, folks, I appreciate you educating me to that. Hey, man, I had a partner out there in Baltimore, man. Tariq Moorhead, man. That was my partner, man. You know, he was set up and he was unalived out there in the streets of Baltimore, you know, wrestling with a Caucasian woman with a knife, and the police came up and unalived him, man. But I had told my partner, I say, your voice is reaching the high places, Ken, folks. I say, man, watch out for the law, because either they gonna try to get you up out of there, or they gonna try to pay somebody to get you up out of there. He said that he understood and he knew, and he'd keep his eyes open. But then my Ken folks had got into some things to help him cope with life, and it kind of like impaired him, man. And you know, my Ken folks was unalived out there, man. Rest in peace to Ty Coleon, man. Rest in peace to Tyree Moorhead, man. Okay, Marcus Wise say Snoop, Daz, Ray J are all originally from Mississippi. Most definitely. My mama come from Mississippi. My mama was born out there in Mississippi. So on my mama's side, I'm the first generation that's born in California. My siblings and I, we the first generation in California out here. But yeah, my mama was born out there in Jackson, Mississippi. A lot of us come from the South. You know what I mean? Shit, M1, y'all come from out there out of Louisiana. That's why when you talk to people from Watch, right, you can see that we got a slight accent, a slight Southern, a slight Southern twang. We speak with a slight Southern drawl. You feel what I'm saying? So when you go to Watch, man, you be like, man, where it sound like you from? And sometimes I'll be talking to people, right? And they be like, man, where you from? Is you from this? Is you from that? Like, man, I'm from Watts, California. You feel me? But okay, chat room goon say, okay, hold on. Crollo, you got to teach me how to pronounce your name, Kim, folks. Say a higher understanding and a higher path, most definitely. Chat room goon 410 say, and that's why I say you're the real deal, because you're standing up to the bull beep directly. I respect the out of that. Blacks need to unify. We can't afford to look, man, homie. When y'all talk like this and do something to me, man, 100. We got to unify. The game changed when we unify. Word is bond, homie. Shout out to my folks in New York. But on some real shit, the game changed when we unify. The vibration, the frequency, all that shit changed when we unify, man. See, a lot of these guys weren't able to experience the ambiance, the feeling that what's the word? Emitted, right? That was emanated from the 1992 P Street, when you had Crips, Bloods, Power Rules, Grooves, and everything, you know, in between that, man. And then Pure Course housing projects and Watch, and we partying, we having a good time, and ain't nobody tripping. And you know, if a motherfucker start tripping, we're charging your people with the responsibility of handling you and getting you up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we need to bring that back, homie. Okay, Mike Bailey say this fist and that fist. Power to the people, brother. Crollo Jucifer say we all from the SIP. LOL. We all from the SIP. Oh, Mississippi. Oh, you from Mississippi too? Hey man, shout out to my people from Mississippi, man. What my people? Hey, listen, man, I still got family out there. They just lost contact and all that. Then some of my folks moved up there to Detroit, but I still got people out there in Jackson, Mississippi, man. You know what I mean? I feel like Mississippi don't get enough attention, homie. So me being a descendant of individuals from Mississippi, yeah, homie, I rocks with Mississippi straight up, man. So shout out to the SIP, man. That's what we call it, the SIP. Shout out to the SIP, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, my mom and them from out there in Mississippi, and they migrated out here, man. Bobby, yeah, your voice is powerful. I appreciate that, Kim, folks. I just had some dialogue with my father yesterday, and he was kind of like saying the same thing. Yeah, we gonna get into some content, man. So Beach Boy 562 say my family from Jackson, Mississippi, Jones and Williams, last name, migrated to California in the mid-60s. Homie, we may be kin folks. You know what I mean? All right, so Trollo Jucifer says Louisiana, Chicago, LBC. I mean, I can dig it, man. Hey, man, I'm about to get up off this stunning name, man. I gotta go handle my parental duties and whatnot, man. If you got kids, cuz please dedicate yourself to your kids, man. I just had some very, very deep dialogue with my daughter yesterday, man, and it was transformative. You know what I mean? Like, the education system is failing our kids, but if we are individuals of a higher level of understanding If we are capable of putting 2 and 2 together and coming out with 4, then we have to pass that on to our kids. We can't entrust the responsibility and the duty of properly and thoroughly educating our kids to the education system, because the initial education started in a household. The education department is failing our kids. But if we know that, then we have to pick up the slack and say, oh no, this is what we're gonna do. When you bring your ass home from school, before you social media and watch, no. Come here and let's do this motherfucking work. Hey, but I'm about to get up off this thing, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all from Greenville, my people's from Greenville, Mississippi, man. Shout out to Mississippi, man, on the Renadales, man. Hey, but I'm about to get up off this thing, man. I appreciate y'all spending 1 hour and 20 minutes with your kin folks. Hey, I wrote a song that I want to sing for y'all. And I'm just fucking with y'all. Hey, y'all stay up and be blessed, man. Much love, man. I'll fuck with y'all a little bit later, man. God bless y'all. I love y'all. 2 Black, 2 Strong. We all we need. We all we got. Go.